All right, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you all had a great weekend. Ready to rock and roll for this coming week. Got a nice little watch list for you. Okay, so first one that I'm going to be looking at here is actually CCL. So CCL, that's Carnival Cruise Lines. It's been pretty much consolidating for a while, but over the last couple of days, it started to break out here a little bit. So on my hourly chart here, you can see that it's really starting to break out. We're getting some good signals, a lot of buy signals. So I do like this one. We did break through some resistance here, our daily resistance of looks like it was about 24.38, and it's now on the road to keep going. So I'm looking to take this one long, with all the hype with coronavirus and the vaccines and stuff. So want to take it long. So what I'm looking at here is we're right on that cusp of March and April, right? March is right around 26 days and April's over the 45. So with credit being a little too low right now in March, pretty much jumping on over here into April now. And I'm going to sell and at the money, not at the money, oh my gosh, no. At the expected move, short put here. I'm going to do a couple of contracts, at least two, because it's fairly cheap to put on. So I'm going to look to sell the 17.5 puts. I want to try to get at least 60 cents here. Even if we get 60 cents, even with two contracts, it's going to be about $120 in credit. And the buying power for that is only 375. So I'm going to do at least two, maybe even up to 4 or 5 contracts here, as it's fairly cheap to put on. And play that one to the upside. Look for that 50%. All right. Next one here, guys, is going to be CHGG. Now, CHGG, this is a debit spread because the IV is a little low, and I'll show you here in a sec. But as you can see again on the hourly chart, CHGG has been just moving on up. And we moved up, we hit those all-time highs, and then we pulled back. But now we're seeing a little bit of buy signals come in again, and we're riding that 8 EMA. So with that being said, I want to do a debit spread on CHGG, and at the money play. Currently looking to buy the 105 calls, sell the 110s in April. You can see here the IV rank is 2%, so pretty low there. All right, and do a 1-to-1, so 250 here. Going to give that 50% probabilities. And I'm going to be looking for, on these debit spreads, I look for about 25% of max profit. Okay. Now the next one is going to be Dropbox. Dropbox just had earnings. It's been pretty much sideways since looks like about middle to end of December. Just had earnings, so we might even get a little bit more contraction in the IV here. So I want to go ahead and put on a pretty wide strangle on this. So what we're looking at is April, and I want to sell the 19 puts, buy, and then sell, not buy, sell the 30 calls. Okay, it's gonna be a little short, which is good because I do believe on the daily here, yeah, on the daily, just to quickly show you, we are below the 21 moving average, and there's some conviction to the downside on the 78 minute. So leaning this one a little bit short, selling those 30 calls and 19 puts for at least $1, a little bit high on the buying power, but that's okay. It's going to give us that short delta and really good odds, 76.86 here. Okay. And I'm going to go a little contrarian here on the next one, which is PLTR. And I'll kind of show you on the daily, actually. Let me show you on the daily chart. This one dipped down after making those highs. We broke below the 21 moving average. We kind of hit a bottom right around that 24.5 spot and started to move up on Friday. So with that conviction on the daily and a 78 minute back above the 21, I want to play this one long rather than a short. So that, with that said, we're looking at April. IV is really good here. In a 5 wide, okay, I want to sell the 23 puts and buy those 18 call put. Oh my god, I'm all out of it today. Sell the 23 puts, buy the 18 puts, 5 wide. Would like to get like $1.45, but I'll take $1.40 as well. Gonna give really good odds with that 70 pop and an 83 P50. And of course it's defining you. Now I don't mind selling this one naked. It's a little bit higher on the buying power again, but you'll have a little bit better profit potential. It's just, I would look to sell probably the 22 22 puts if I was going to do it naked. It's just going to be high, 750 in buying power, but that's quite okay. All right. And then lastly here, gang, is going to be Twitter. And Twitter, that's been rocking and rolling too here. Okay. This is a 90-day chart, by the way, so you guys can kind of see the pattern. But we really started running up. Now we ran up. We're consolidating here. We're building up a squeeze right here. And we're hanging out right at that 8, in between the 8 and the 21. So while it's down there, I want to grab it and look for a run back up to those all-time highs, shooting for a 75 breakout. So on Twitter, April again, to give us some time. And I want to look to sell the expected move, so the 60 put naked. All right, that's going to give great odds, an 80 pop and pretty much a 92 P50. Right, super good odds. So I want to try to get like a $1.50 or $1.60. Again, another one that's high in the buying power, but I super strongly like that. I don't know if that's the right phrase. I really like this play, so I'm okay with a little bit higher buying power. If you want to define it, you can, and I would sell the 65, buy the 60s, and try to get a $1.30. Still going to give you great odds here on that one too. Okay, and that's it, gang. That's all I got for you. So I will wish you all a great week. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and the notification. Make sure you get alerts on any new videos that do come out. All right, in the meantime, I will see you all later. Take care.